Good afternoon, Next Up for Seniors and
Valerie McBain with Century 21 Sackmar and Associates, and welcome to our Facebook Live event.
we do. So our big news is Valerie and I have created LLC together called Navigate Home, and we're doing our big reveal on our website tomorrow.
Yay! So it's been several months in the process and planning, and launch it tomorrow. So should we announce the name of the page?
Yes,
the website?
please.
So the website is navigatehomepros.org. So we'll put that down in the comments so you can find us starting tomorrow.
Yay!
So basically, if you are having who's struggling in their current home, or they have a need of a power of attorney or anything of that nature, what we did is we put together a bunch of professionals, trusted professionals that can help us, and we lock arms with you such that you're not feeling so overwhelmed. So imagine if a scenario and they're in the hospital, and the hospital says, okay, they're going home, and you're like, but they can't go home because of an issue that was happening. Mm-hmm. So usually it starts with someone like and asking questions and doing research. Well, that takes a lot of time, and you've got your own life going on. So what we did is we created a website and connect with our.
And how we started was when we approached this Navigate Home, what we really wanted to do is go right to the client. But we wanted to have a team of people when someone comes up, and I'll share a story in a second, of them within 24 hours. They would deal with all the issues that they might have, and that we had a trusted network that we could trust to hand over these seniors become family to us. Mm-hmm. And we would only want to put them in the hands. Yeah. So that's kind of how we started. Our first adventure was at OPC before COVID. Then we had a great event, I guess, at the Rewald headquarters.
Hopefully we'll be back in in-person events, but sometimes we need to get these answers in the middle of the night. So again, that's why we created the Facebook, and we have a lot of our our website. We have a lot of Facebook Live in our network have posted, and we're going to have all those accessible on our website too.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar with Navigate Home, our Facebook Live, that's how we come to you in person. So we developed a Facebook video, and we could tag people that we're trying to care for. Maybe they needed a power of attorney, so we would tag Rakowski's. Maybe they needed to do pre-planning for a funeral arrangement. So then angels. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how we're working. Is we're really working together as a team to deal with all those needs. Mm-hmm. So we have 8 knowledge areas, and let me just share how that goes. So I have a client call me with Next Up for Seniors. Mom or dad is in the hospital. In this particular case, mom was at the hospital, dad was at home, but he was on dialysis, and mom was dealing with memory care issues. So we go right to work and finding out who's got power. But now mom can't really make those decisions. So how do we deal with power of attorney? So first we have to make sure so I give a referral to the power of attorney just to make sure that everything is in line. And then, finances. Then they can't stay in for 40 years. And they also need money to provide that memory care and that assisted living, so that when Val comes into play, and to really help them. In fact, we closed, or not we, the family. Yeah. So then if we have a family that is, really dealing with, they want to stay home. And so we have home care. We have if someone's trying to decide what to do with Medicaid and doing Medicare for A and B, then we have term care insurance. So all those questions, that's what Navigate Home does. And it's just one click away to show what we can do as a team. Stressful, chaotic scenario become less stressful.
Joy and purpose back in their lives and not be in that chaotic and stressful moment, because there's nothing worse than being stressed and stuck.
Yes, and then you're making decisions, like figure them out and really think through. So that's what we're trying to do, is and stressful.
Ideally, yeah. So we put together like little lessons, I guess you could call it. So, we're not given a manual on aging or dealing with aging parents and stuff. So
yes, we are.
But videos so that you can learn, if you like the professional that's providing that information, and then there's going to be a way to directly connect to that professional on our website. That's going to be navigatehomepros.org starting tomorrow.
So we're super excited. So we're actually going to PACE, which is alongside the families. We're not just doing a point and shoot. And what I give the example is, my husband's always doing repairs, and we go to the hardware store. We go to one hardware store and they say it's an aisle 8, shelf F. And so we go there and there's that widget's not in the hardware store, and they say, come on, let me show you where it is. And so they go down that aisle, pointed it out, and we figured out what widget we needed. So that's what we do. We don't just do point and shoot and give you a website or a phone number. We're locking arms with you and providing a roadmap, so you know what path we're going to walk you through it, so to take that stress out of your family's arena.
So we're excited to share this with you, and hopefully we can offer the help that you guys need. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Should we talk a little bit?
Absolutely. So what we did is, as Kim mentioned, we have 8 knowledge areas, and in each we kind of focus on what you might be looking for. So for instance, advocacy is one of the first ones that you'll see. And, so we be there for you. For instance, you mentioned pre-planning for a funeral. We have at Guardian Angels a really great resource, George Herodes, and he's done some really nice videos too, talking about you pre-plan a wedding and all the things that go into that one moment in life, and it's very similar to when you're planning for a funeral. So that's just one aspect in advocacy and counseling. And all, but also we have a housing knowledge area. So you're going to see,
that's where we come along.
We come along in that one very, very much. And, so sometimes that's pretty self-explanatory, as is insurance and legal and financial. But there's some other aspects too. You want to hit on those others?
Yeah, and I'm just going to go back to housing for an instance, because sometimes it's not as clear as we think it is. We think we know what we know, but we don't know what we don't know, right? So for instance, in housing, maybe a reverse mortgage would really be helpful to get some income. Maybe it's time to sell that family home, or maybe it's time to really move because they need linen service, they need laundry done, they need meal prep, and they need more assisted living or memory care, or maybe they're just independent, but they can't just handle all those things that need to be handled. So that's where we come in, and we kind of figure out to say, okay, maybe this is step A, B, and C. I always say that we need 3 different plans, because maybe they can stay home, but then they can't afford it anymore. And then we have a process that takes a little bit of time, and we develop these relationships. So I'm working with families for 2 or 3 years, and I just that I helped her mom, and we moved her in, and now her brother is in need, and he just moved in. I'm going to post something about it later on today. He just moved into his first apartment, so we're super, super excited for that. But so the housing in every be one power of attorney, it takes health. You have to be health and finances. So it's just not, if you think you're a guardian, with all the elder law changes, we really need all those updates. Finances, helping loved ones, they're saying, oh my goodness, I really need to start preparing. And I'm going to say, you really need to talk with a strategist to help you through that. And we have a great, and then health. I mean, what does that mean? Doing some things, even caretaking at home. There's a lot of things in health that you might not be aware of that really could help you.
Yeah, and knowing the contacts and names of people that we've vetted out, I think is important too, because, you know, these are people that we would trust. Kind of been our, you know, our focus and our I guess our navigation pole. You know, what's our North Pole on that? You know, it's kind of been our focus, and you know, obviously the core values that Kim and I share, we want to make sure that our members of our Navigate Home team do as well.
And one of our is compassion and really taking good, have laid the foundation of our country and for us to live the life that we live. And so we want to treat them with respect and commitment that they actually deserve. Just leave them out in the cold. We really haven't talked about is local resources. Of course, OPC is near and dear to my heart. As many of you know, my mom, Mary Miller, was the founding director of OPC. It's a great resource. They have an incredible, they have a pool. Do they have a pool right there for all kinds of therapy? Clubs. They have meals, socialization, workshops.
Yeah.
They have all kinds of things, Meals on Wheels, transportation. So that's is your fire department locally here in they do all different kinds of things for seniors that you might not be aware of. So those are the kind of things that we have in the local resources. Then the other one I want to touch on is moving to purge. I know I do. Did you guys see when I turned off the fan? So we all need to, you know, what do we do? So when a family moves, and then how do we get rid of all of that stuff that's just we have treasured and it means so much to us, and we don't want to just put it in the dumpster. So we make sure that it gets reused or recycled. Those kind of things are really important. And then transportation, how do you move around? Just kind of touched on highlights.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys will find some value to our website and find ways to reach out to us. And if you are a professional that's talking to you and seeing how you're mesh nicely into our network.
Yeah, we are. We're looking for a really good CPA, actually. We're looking for a counselor that really can counsel families. I talked with someone yesterday that is just in the chaos of doing 24-hour home care. And if you don't take care of yourself, then you start getting ill and start, you know, having some issues on your own. Because, you know, when your parents are in their 80s and 90s, then...
Well, yeah. But it's true. Sometimes it's the siblings, right? You know,
so true.
You need to find a way to have a conversation with the siblings because they may not be close by and seeing what's happening, the decline that's happening. And sometimes those conversations bring up issues. And so that's why, for instance, having a good counselor, you know, can...
So check out our website, navigatehomepros.org, and we'll have a list of opportunities for you to sign up as a membership as well. But we're super excited to help our seniors. We love them so much, and that's why we came together to create Navigate Home.
It's been a labor of love, guys, so, you know, our world, and hopefully you feel that this has improved yours.
All right, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.